Hi, it's Nadira with Fresh Fire International Ministries, welcoming you back for another Wisdom Wednesday Nugget. There's a song that Pat Benatar sang in the 80s that I loved as a little girl. It's called Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And I wanted to share some of the lyrics with you. It says, you come on with it. Come on. You don't fight fair. But that's okay. See if I care. Knock me down, it's all in vain. I get right back on my feet again. I feel like we as Christians could use some of that resilience and determination that Pat Benatar sings about in that song in our Christian walk when we're going through trials and tribulations. You know, when we face long trials and tribulations and tests where we don't see any relief in sight, we need to serve notice to the devil that we are determined in Jesus' name. I feel like Job had some of this resilience and determination while he walked through his tests and trials. In Job 1, verses 6 through 12, it talks about how the devil went before God and basically challenged God that if God took away everything that Job had, that Job would curse God. And God was like, okay. He gave the devil the green light to go ahead and test Job. Why? Why did God feel that it was okay to test Job? Was it because God just needed a form of entertainment? Was it because God enjoyed seeing his child hurt and suffer? Or could it be that God knew that Job would pass the test? You know, Job lost a lot. He lost cattle, he lost children, he even faced a health issue. And remember, in those days, cattle was wealth. You know, children was legacy. You know, it was very important to have children and pass on that legacy. And certain skin diseases during that time could cause a person to be an outcast, you know, to be isolated. But the devil was wrong because Job passed the test and God was glorified. Did Job cry? Yes. And I think it's important to say that because some people feel like you shouldn't cry. You should never experience discouragement. You should never be frustrated as a Christian. That's totally not true. Job cried. You know, like I spoke in my last Wisdom Wednesday, Jesus wept. We feel. It's just important that we don't get stuck there, you know? And the Bible doesn't tell us that all of these terrible things happened to Job because of something that he did or because he sinned. And so I just want to point out really quickly, we don't need to blame ourselves for everything that goes bad in our lives, for every tribulation. And we have to be very careful in blaming others and saying, well, you know, certain situations have happened in others' lives because of something that they did. That's not always the case. You know, it's hard to imagine a being that has no good in it, wants no good for no one, for anyone, wants to bring harm and pain and just evil around everyone. You know, our enemy, he's relentless in attacking us. He's relentless in accusing us. He will not stop because his warped mind believes that he can destroy Christians, our peace, our health, our financial situations, our homes, our children. You know, what has he thrown at you that has made you weary and want to give up? What attacks has he orchestrated that has challenged your faith? How has he stolen your joy, your peace, your hope? I'm here to tell you how the story ends. Victory, period. Glorification of God, period. Demonstration of God's power, his omniscience, his omnipotence. So really, instead of living in weariness, instead of living in hopelessness, instead of allowing worry, frustration, and doubt to take space in our minds, we can boldly say to the enemy, hit me with your best shot. What else have you got? Is that your strongest punch? You know, Micah 7:8 says, though I fall, I will rise. So come on, devil, knock me down. It's all in vain. I get right back up on my feet again, as the song says. I may not see how God is going to fix my situation, but I don't have to. And I can rest in knowing who he is and that he fights for me. You hit me, enemy. I may have even toppled over a little bit, but I'm still standing. You smeared my name through telling people, using people to tell lies about me and spreading false information, and thought that I couldn't withstand it. You have attacked my children, my seed that I have raised up in the admonition of the Lord, and thought that I wouldn't see a return on my investment. You have attacked my mind and have tried to have me living in a state of shame and condemnation, but yet I still stand. Yet God is my defender, my provider, my waymaker, my answer, my deliverer. Yet I have walked in holiness and dignity, and lies that were told about me were revealed. Yet my children will get on track and succeed because the fruit of my womb is blessed. Yet God has used my story to encourage others, to equip others, and educate others on how to fight the enemy. You have hit me with your best shot, devil. Over and over. And you even came back for a quick sucker punch. But guess what? You haven't prevailed, devil. You won't prevail. And you don't have the strength to prevail, because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So the end of Job, we see in 42 verse 12, it says, so the Lord blessed Job in the second half of his life even more than in the beginning. And the Lord will bring us through also. He will restore. He will move in our situations. He will give us the victory also. Our enemy doesn't win. We have to stand strong in resolve and say, hit me with your best shot. Because it doesn't matter how you attack, devil. I win, and God will make sure of it. So I pray this encouraged you. I hope this stirred up the fire in you, because it sure stirred up the fire in me when God was giving it to me. I was like, yes, Lord. Let him bring whatever he got, his best weapons, whatever is in it. Use your whole arsenal, devil. It doesn't matter. I have the victory in Jesus. So, as always, please know that we love you. We are praying for you. And if there's anything that we can do for you, please feel free to reach out through the ministry website, ffiministries.com. And I'll see you next time on Wisdom Wednesday. God bless you. Bye-bye.